Okay, cool. So I am super, super excited. I've been talking to Ashley a lot about you, Raven. So if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me still? Okay. If you want to go ahead and unmute yourself and kind of tell a little bit about your story and go into some of your best tips and tricks.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for having me on here. I'm so excited to talk with you guys. So I kind of just wanted to start with my story and let you know kind of where I came from and how I got started in this business, just to show you that you don't have to be a certain kind of person to do this business. It's really for everyone. So when I started in November of last year. And kind of a little backstory before I get into how I started. When the pandemic hit, it hit my family hard. I was on an unpaid maternity leave for my daughter. And when the pandemic hit, my husband had lost his job and I had lost my second job. That was kind of keeping us afloat while I was on my unpaid maternity leave. And we had to put a ton of our bills in forbearance, like our cars and our house. So we had to push everything off and we were kind of scraping by to get through to the bills that we could pay. And so, sorry. Then I went through my second maternity leave. I had my kids back to back and again, unpaid. And that was when I realized, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I have no money. We have already put our bills as far off as we could. I was barely scraping by. Our credit card bill was going skyrocketing and it was just a mess. And I was also going through postpartum depression with my son and very uncomfortable with the way that I looked. And I just wasn't comfortable as a person in general. And I saw this girl who was posting about this coffee, and coffee is like my life. I love coffee. I used to drink like 5 to 6 cups of coffee a day just to keep me going. And so I saw coffee that could help me lose weight. And I was like, absolutely. And when I talked to her about it, I was like, there's no way that I can afford to get this coffee that's going to help me lose the weight without doing anything. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to hold off. And then I kept watching the same person over and over, who Britt is the one who signed me. And I'm so glad that I kept watching her. She was talking about how she was making an income from this business, all from social media. And I was like, you know what? I need some change and nothing's going to change if I don't change it. So I was like, let me hop on. I asked my husband, he was like, go for it. So he was full force. We were in it to win it. And I was like, I'm going to do this. And I ended up making it on a credit card payment. And that was my goal. It's like, you know what, if I don't have the money to do this and I'm putting it on my credit card, I use that as my motivation to say, I have to earn this money back before my credit card is due so that I am not in even more debt. And that's exactly what I did. 2 weeks in, I earned my first 4-in-1 to cover the business, to make sure that I wasn't in any debt going into this business. And I will tell you, the one thing that completely changed my business was my leader asked me if I wanted to go to Road Rally, which is basically like a tiny, minute version of conference. And I got to meet some of the girls on our team. And that was what changed my business forever. Seeing other girls who have that vision and see the inspiration and girls who believe in you was the most life-changing experience ever. I got to meet some of the top leaders on our team and they looked at me, and I was only like 3 or 4 months into the business. I still was so brand new, and they looked at me and they're like, I know that you're going to go places and I see your vision and I'm going to help you get that vision taken care of. And from that point forward, I busted my butt to make sure that I was reaching every goal that I had for myself. And I looked at one of our top leaders and I said, how cool would it be if I could stop teaching? Because I was teaching full time when I started this business. And she's like, you know what? I know that you can do it. And I didn't think anything of it. I kept that in the back of my mind, but I kept working my business. When I started this business, I was working full-time as a teacher. I was tutoring during my planning, tutoring after school. I'd come home and we'd play tag with my husband. And I would watch my 2 kids while he went to work at night. So we never got to see each other. And he was miserable. I was miserable. I was working full-time. I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. And so because he was so miserable, I looked down, I was like, you know what? I've got this. Just quit your job, stay home with the kids. We don't need to play this tag anymore. Like, don't worry, I've got it. And so we did that. And he quit his job, I think like 4 or 5 months into the business. And then I came to a crossroads in teaching where the position that I really wanted was not happening for me. And it kind of kept playing around. And my principal was like, oh, well, you can have this position if this happens. And then that happened. And when I went to her about my position, she was like, you know what? Like, I can't guarantee it to you. So I put everything in God's hands. I was like, you know what? If this is meant to be, and I am meant to do this full time, please show me a sign. Like, I prayed hard. And the very next day, one of my reels went completely viral. It went up to 500,000 views. It was a month old. I had boosted it, which I'll talk about later. I had boosted it and it went viral to 500,000 views. And then the very next day, it was over 1 million. And now it has over 2 million. And I looked at that as my sign, like, I can do this. And then it gets even crazier. About a week later, my dream position, my kindergarten position came, and my principal was like, someone on the kindergarten team is leaving. The position is yours if you want it. And I was like, oh my gosh, my dream position is here. Like, I don't know if maybe I'm going to do this full time anymore. Like, maybe this is really where I'm supposed to be. So again, I left it in God's hands. I was like, I know that I trust you. And if this is where I'm supposed to be, please just show me. The very next day, another one of my reels went viral, and my business was booming after that. So I don't know if everyone has faith, and that's okay, because I can tell you when I first started this, I had minute faith, and I kept listening to my top leaders, and they were like, pray for your business. And in my mind, I was like, that's kind of a little selfish to just pray that you're going to be successful. But realistically, they were saying to pray for people who need it most. Pray for the people who need this opportunity and are struggling just like you were and could use this opportunity to change their life. Pray for the people who are, going through tough times with their health and really need these health products to make sure that they are doing everything they need to live a good life on earth. We're only here for a certain amount of time, so why not help as many people? And I will say, leaving it in God's hands has literally changed my business so much. My business did not look like it does now 2 months ago. And I completely believe it is because that I left it all to God, and I was faithful with it, and I kept working my business, and I put all the things into place. And so now I actually retired from teaching this year. I'm still in summer school right now because I had already made a prior commitment to it, but I went full force with this business, and I took that second sign as like, this is my way to do it. And I put my leave of absence in, and next summer I'll go ahead and fully commit to not teaching anymore. But so I went ahead and I did it, and I'm so glad I did, because business has been crazy. And so I just kind of wanted to share with you how I got here, because it didn't always look like this, and some things that I did to help my business the most.
So good. First of all, I love your energy. I think I could hang out with you all day long. Like, seriously, it's so good. I know what rank you are, but literally you should speak because you did so good. Can you give me like some of your best tips and tricks? Like, what does day to day look for you? I'm a teacher, so are you a green personality? Like, you schedule stuff, or how does your day to day look?
Oh my gosh, I wish I did. I am a very unorganized, like, my organization is unorganized chaos. If you look at where everything is, even my charts, they're all written down on paper. I write everything by hand, and I'm just all over the place. So what organization is one of my goals that I really want to work on, but my leader helps me so much, and she makes sure that I stay in my lane and that I know where I need to go. And I talk to her literally every single day. And that's one thing that I really want to stress to everyone is, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the business, reach out to your upline. Like, I talk to my upline every single day, multiple times a day, like, because I know she knows what it takes, and I know that she's there to help me. And when we join this business, it's not about being in the business by yourself. This is a community full of people that are here to support you. And I think that's the most incredible part of this business, is that everyone wants you to succeed and everyone is here for you. So some things that I do on an everyday basis is I make sure that I'm consistent. Like, it doesn't matter what you have going on. Like I said, I was teaching, I was tutoring before, during, after. I was coming home to my kids, but I made sure to show up for my business, and consistency is key. I cannot tell you how many times that I have messaged people at the beginning of my business who are like, no, this doesn't work. It's such a scam, whatever they want to say. I didn't let it get to me, and I knew that I was going to prove them wrong. And now 8 months later, even 5 months, 6 months later, people are messaging me like, oh, I see that it's working for you, so now I want to give it a shot. I just actually signed my my principal from last school year. She was like, oh, I see how amazing everything's working for you. Sign me up. And she bought it right on the spot. So even when you think people aren't watching, they're watching. So showing up for your business, being consistent, making sure you're doing all the things. And if you're brand new, then pick like 5 things that you want to be consistent about. If maybe showing your face isn't something that you're comfortable with, then find things that you are comfortable with that you can show up consistently for every single day, and then build it. Because I will tell you that I was not comfortable in front of a camera when I first started this. I looked at my upline. I was like, wait, you want me to get my face on here? Like, I don't think so. I'll show like my hand or like my coffee in a cute little pose, but I'm not comfortable with it. But now every single day I show my face. I want people to be able to connect to me and know that I'm a real person. There's hundreds, thousands of girls who sell this product, right? But you have to be able to connect to them. There's a reason that they want to buy from you. There's a reason that they want to join your team. And it's not because your products are amazing, because everyone has the products. It's because of you and your personality and the way you connect with people. So I think that showing your face is really important, and it gives someone connectability, if that makes sense. So being consistent, showing up. I have like a sandwich, I call it. So in the morning, I'll always post about my coffee, just because I feel like a lot of people are scrolling in the mornings and they're drinking their coffee while they scroll. So why not switch it out for a healthy coffee with so many benefits? And then I try to like throw my day in the mix in the middle. And then I always end not always, but I end it with a business post, like sharing the opportunity. So I make sure to have those 3 things every day. And every once in a while, I'll throw in a different product. Or like, I love the Skinny Hydrate. I don't know if you guys have tried it, but it is amazing. And I always post about my Skinny Hydrate because since I started, I've already lost 4 pounds. So I believe in that full force. I love it. And I show it all the time when I have it. I also like to switch up my profile. Like, I don't want people to be able to guess what I'm going to do next. I like to post about a product or post about my life, or just switching it up. This way it's not the exact same thing every single day. And people aren't guessing like, oh, she's going to do this today. I just know it. I like to surprise them and just post about your life. I mean, one of the biggest things that I've started doing lately is life posting. And again, I think it just builds that relationship with people that you don't know. I mean, sharing your life, your story, what this business has done for you, even if it's just gas money or if it's groceries, that's something that people can connect to. If you're high up in the business and you're talking about how you paid off $100,000 in this, not everyone can connect to that. People can connect to, I can't afford to fill my gas tank. I can't afford to buy my groceries. I have to put everything on a credit card, and I can't afford to get a big bulk of diapers. I have to get a full one. And just finding something that you can connect to people with, I think is really huge. So when I buy, like, for example, I just bought a bulk of groceries. I filled both of my refrigerators and my pantry for the first time, and I can't tell you how long. So I shared it because people need food, and food is not getting any cheaper. Everything is getting more expensive. So sharing all the little things that it's doing for you as a person, I think is really great as well. And okay, so I don't know how comfortable everyone is, but I just started posting reels, and reels have really changed my business. Like I said, 2 of mine went viral, and that has completely changed it. I went from having 0 followers on Facebook to now I have almost 60,000 followers on Facebook, and it's all from reels. There's billions of people in this world, and reels connects with everyone, and it fishes out to everyone. So that's something that I would highly recommend, even if you're not comfortable showing your face. You have tons of testimonies, you have the products, like I said, use your hands, put it with a cute background, and just show everyone how simple it is. That's what I love about our products. They're so simple to use. No one wants something that's going to take 45 minutes just to down it for a minute. We have products that are so simple. You mix it with water and you drink it, you enjoy it. It's amazing. And I think that's something that's really incredible about our products, is they're just so simple to use and incorporate into your everyday life. Okay, so this is the big thing that I do, and I do it every single day. I switch it up. One day I'll do it for my opportunity post. One day I'll do it for my my product post. So it's called boosting. And if you don't know what boosting is, it's the most simple thing that you can do to maximize your business. It's pretty much just commenting on an old post. All I do is I comment on posts that have already been used, like I'll do it on my reels one day, or then I'll do it on the post that I do on Facebook. And I just comment like, hey, you know, I have this promotion going on again. I only have 5 discounted spots. And message me the word results for more information. And then my inbox immediately fills up, like immediately. So boosting is something that has changed my business for sure. And it's so simple to do. It takes 2 minutes. I copy and paste the same exact boost on all of my reels and all of my posts. It literally takes 5 minutes, and it maximizes your business and boosts it out to everyone. I mean, it is incredible, and has really changed my business for sure. And that's one thing that I would definitely recommend doing. And then the last thing, well, not the last thing, but one of the other things I wanted to talk about is when I'm training new DTs. I found something that has really worked, and all my new girls are seeing results from it. They are getting their loyal customers within their first couple days of starting their business, which I think is really important because they can see how powerful it is, and they can see how quickly and efficiently that they can make money. And I think that's really important, especially in the first month of building your business. A lot of the times you're like, oh, I can't do this, and it's taking so long, but I feel like this has really helped them see results faster. I teach them host to post right away. When you are training them, and I go through, you know, obviously we have the scripts to train them, like going through the e-suite and all of that. But when it comes to like their first initial message that they're sending out, I have them do a host to post. Like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I started this new business, and it'd be really amazing if you could help support me by just throwing up a simple post on your wall for me. We also have this amazing giveaway going on, so I can get you a free entry into that. And then they start building their network from literally day one. So I just think that it's been really great for new people who maybe aren't or in their first couple of days and they're not seeing the results that they wanted, because we do talk about how fun and easy it is, but I feel like a lot of the times the first month is the hardest because you are building a business. And yes, I will share it with you. I'll go ahead and send it to them, and then they can share it with you, all of you guys, the host to post script, because it's super simple, and then you can just change your giveaway. But it's really been working. And I think that it's exciting the new girls who are like, oh my gosh, I can do this right away. Like the possibilities are endless. I just had a girl who got her first 4-in-1 in like a week because of it. Like host to post, host to post, host to post. It's been incredible. And then the last thing that I kind of wanted to say is self-development. Believing in yourself and knowing that you can do it and telling yourself that you can do it is one of the biggest things. I read my book every single morning. I don't look at my phone. I don't look at anything. I listen to my worship music. I read my devotional, and I just have time with myself in the morning before I start anything. Because one thing at Road Rally that I took was this quote that said, if you can conquer your morning, you can conquer your day. And honestly, it's amazing because you feel so good after it, and you just feel like you're glowing after, and that you can conquer anything. Okay, I lied. One more thing. One thing that I've really noticed is how my attitude is when I get a no. Because when I first started my business, I would get so down anytime anyone would tell me no, like, people don't want this, like people think that I'm a scam. And I let all of that talk get into my head, and then it reflected into my business. When I turned my no's into not yets in my mind and realized that if I just stayed consistent and showed them that they need this, that they want this, it's going to come. And shifting my mindset from no to not yet was a really big thing that's changed my business and myself, honestly. Like, I don't get down about it anymore, or like anytime a girl sends me like, oh, this person said no again, it's like, that's okay, because it's a not yet. Once they see you showing up for your business every day, they will see how amazing they are. They want you to quit. They don't believe in you. Like, people are like that. And unfortunately, that is the way it is. But when you believe in yourself and you have that belief, it will spread to other people. So I really wanted to leave you with that, like, believe in yourself, because no matter who says no, and no matter who keeps telling you all these things, you can do it. I mean, I don't have a ton of support outside of like my husband for this business. Like, everyone kept telling me, you can't do this. You can't quit your job. Like, this is not like something that you can do full time. And I kept telling them, like, listen, you wait, you watch. I promise you, I'm going to show you all the things. And here I am. I quit my teaching job. I don't have to tutor anymore. I don't have to leave my babies home. I get to work every single day the way I want to, with doing whatever I want to. So it's seriously been so incredible. And I just challenge you to make sure that you believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. You have to be the one. So that's really what I got.
That listen, I want to see tons of fire in the chat, because literally that was so good. Seriously, you should really speak too, because you're a very good speaker. I do have one question for you that I can think of, and I want to ask this just because I know this is something that my team specifically they like to know. What, like, are you working all social media, Facebook, Instagram, or what's your, like, is Facebook your primary? Like, how are you doing that?
Okay, so I will tell you, Facebook is my baby. That's where I'm most comfortable. I don't know. Facebook has always been a platform that I've known how to use. And so it's just kind of been my comfort. I will tell you that I do have my Instagram and my Facebook hooked up together. So everything I post on Facebook or on Instagram goes to my Facebook, like all my stories. And I try not to put like any of the products or anything on my Instagram as far as like on my page. I will post about them in my stories, but I like my Instagram page to look inviting. I like people to see who I am and kind of like understand who I am, and then see my products in the stories. I do fish my TikTok to my Instagram. So I message people through Instagram from TikTok, just because I feel like TikTok is kind of hard to use as far as like you have to follow them and they have to be following you to message them. So I usually just respond to them saying, hey, like if you follow me on Instagram and message me whatever we're talking about in the TikTok, I can get you more information. I use my TikTok to make my videos. I just recently like started getting comfortable where it doesn't take me an hour to make a TikTok. When I first started, I would get so frustrated because I was like, I just worked on this for 45 minutes and you can't even see the words in it. And it is what it is. You'll get better at it. Don't worry, we all do it. But I usually just fish my TikTok to my Instagram so I can communicate with them there. But I will tell you, I post every single TikTok that I post on TikTok. I post on all my reels on Instagram. I post all my reels on Facebook. I know a lot of the times people say that you have to take your watermarks for them to get views. Take your watermarks off for you to get views, which is like where it says TikTok and like your handle and everything. I don't. I just post it. It just works. I don't know. A lot of people say that you have to for it to work. I have a lot going on. So I love that TikTok saves the video for you right away. And then I just post it on my reels on both Instagram and Facebook. One thing I did notice about on reels though, when you post long captions, I feel like it gets you more views just because it takes a while for people to read through it. And then your reel is constantly playing. So then I'll get pushed out to more people.
Oh, yeah, that does make sense. See, I take the watermark off. I'm kind of lazy. I take the watermark off for my Facebook Reels so I can get paid, but then I don't take it off on my Instagram because I haven't set that up yet, so I'm lazy. But yeah, I think that's primarily why people do take it off, though, is just because I think the Facebook Reels won't pay you if the watermark is on there.
Yes, I did.
Are you in the Creator Fund on Facebook?
I am not.
Okay, I think too, someone, and I may not be for sure, but like I think someone said too that if you want to be in the Creator Fund, you have to have videos that aren't with the TikTok watermark. So I don't know.
Okay.
Is there anybody on here? Walzak, are you on here that can take a photo for me? Y'all, this was so good. I definitely appreciate you getting on here. I don't know what happened to Ashley, but I'm definitely glad that I got to interview you instead.
Oh, thank you so much. I got to tell you, because when I think about myself, I'm like no one special. And when she asked me to come on, I was like, oh my gosh, people know who I am. Like, you know my name. I'm so honored that you guys asked me to join you and talk to you guys, because I just look at myself like I'm just a normal person. Like, and I never thought that all these things were possible. And once I decided that these things were possible, they started happening. So you have to believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. Like, you have to.
Yes. I 1,000% agree. I really agree. And that's the thing though, is that you truly just never know. So if you like our team we're a bunch of squirrels. So if you keep your head down and you focus on the things that you're supposed to do, someone's gonna say, hey, this person's doing so good on my team. And so seriously, I appreciate you. I think too it takes guts to get on these Zooms too, especially with a lot of people that you don't know. I know you said you're a teacher, so you may be used to that kind of thing. But me, I mean, I'm like, I've been in the business for 7 years and I'm still like, when it comes to Zooms and people I don't know. So it definitely takes guts to get on here too.
Oh no, before I got on here, I texted my upline. I was like, I feel like I'm going to pass out. My legs are shaking. I don't know if I could do this. She's like, just don't worry about it. You've got it.
That's funny. Okay, let me see. I'm going to stop this recording and I will get you